Hello all of you all, welcome to Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya. Dear students, myself is Dr. Sheikh Sarfraz, chemistry faculty.
And my name is Akshay Arora, mathematics faculty at Infinity Learn. So first of all, we would like to welcome you all to this session. Amazing session, guys. Date is 22nd of January. This is shift second. Up till now, sir, we have discussed three papers of JEE Mains.
Yes.
And sir, I can say that the majority of the questions which came this time are from the grand test of the Sri Chaitanya.
GTM 15.
Yes.
Total Sri Chaitanya Infinity Learn has conducted 15 GTMs, 1-5. It's not 50-50, it is 1-5. And from 15 GTMs, majority of questions and beautiful models. So one thumbs up to all the faculties who have set the papers, such beautiful group and set of faculties who have designed such good paper. And you know,
and sir, students also may not be knowing what is GTM. GTM means
Grand
Test Series. So this is an all India test series, guys, and you can also become the part of this all India test series, which is to be preparing you for the next attempt, that is a April attempt.
And another thing, sir, when we were in school, our teacher used to give us important questions.
Yes.
And there was a trend that in mains and advanced, you know, we can't guess which question will come.
Absolutely, sir.
We can guess concept area, but we cannot get questions.
Yes.
But this time some magic has happened that Sri Chaitanya Infinity Learn has given grand test and guess, or you know, faculties have guessed, and those questions are coming means it's a big achievement to every faculty
and
of
sir,
Infinity Learn as well as Sri Chaitanya.
Yeah, sir, in some of the question in math, I found the values also, sir, to be same.
Oh my goodness.
So I can say that these test series are really very important, students, and all those who have attempted this test series, all those who got the opportunity this time to attempt these test series, so they must be benefited out of it.
In chemistry, what happened, sir? Values have not come, but only the thing is some grammar has changed, English have changed, you know.
Concepts will be same.
Concept is same, and in some cases
Presentation
what happened?
will be different.
In some, what is to be asked is almost the same only.
Absolutely.
So it's very beautiful to see that most of our students who are reporting to us are very happily reporting that, sir, I have written GTMs excellently and many questions have appeared from the Sri Chaitanya Infinity Learn series GTMs. So it's very great and big achievement to our group.
Absolutely, sir. I also want to recall one thing. When we started with the GTM, I conveyed my student that we are giving you 1200 important question, and this 1200 important question will cover entirely up to 90% of the syllabus. So let's say you are well done with these 1200 questions, so definitely you are well prepared for the JEE Mains.
Yes.
And who has taken, the student who have taken these tests very seriously, guys, they must be getting a lot of benefits out of these test series. So, bache, we'll have a quick discussion of what happened
now,
in the last
sir, first I'll speak about chemistry.
Yes.
Because maths people and physics people says that chemistry is always very easy. etc. But this time it has not happened like that.
Even in morning shift also today, sir.
Yes.
All right.
Chemistry is always maintained standard from the past 4 sessions. Total 4 shifts.
4 shifts
Yesterday
today
2
also.
and today's 2, 4. So standardness is maintained in proper. At par with maths and physics. Maybe some questions are easy and some questions are hard, but overall if you speak, the standard and the level of chemistry is been well designed and well maintained by the JEE department.
Absolutely, sir. So student, what they feel कि chemistry है तो हो जाएगा. So अब ऐसा नहीं होगा because they have to put effort in the chemistry.
And you know, sir, one thing, one boy, he met me, and before examination morning he met me, he was writing shift 2. He said me, sir, Sarfraz sir, I'll complete chemistry in 30 minutes. Then I will invest my time in maths and physics, he said. But now after writing the examination, he just left a message to me and he's saying that, sir, chemistry 48 minutes to 50 minutes he took. Okay. So obviously he have taken almost the time of
60
chemistry.
Minutes only. Yes,
only 10 minutes he got grace.
And sir, the students are eagerly waiting for the questions. I just want to tell you that we as a team of Infinity Learn and Sri Chaitanya putting a lot of effort collecting the questions, standing outside the centers, talking to the students, each and every student. And yes, we have got the questions of physics, chemistry and mathematics. Definitely they're getting typed, and within a period of 5 minutes, we are bringing up with the questions as well as the solution.
Sir.
So stay tuned, guys. I want you to please stay tuned, like the video that we are into the live session, and please share it. As many students can get the benefit of these live series, please do share that.
And one more thing, sir. Students are waiting, how was the paper? Chemistry part I already have said, standardness is maintained throughout. And dear students, questions of mathematics, we are ready. Maybe in 5-10 minutes, our teachers and obviously Akshay sir and our Bharat sir are they who are going to initiate the first questions of mathematics. Anytime the sir will be available here, and initiation will be from the mathematics department.
Absolutely.
And now, Rohit, we are speaking in English only. I hope this is English only.
And sir, about the math also I want to speak, sir. So basically, what happened with the maths, as you all know, maths students, they love to learn math. However, when it comes to the paper, while attempting the question paper, they are not able to cover up to the entire solution. Let's say they are not able to reach to the last point. So they found the questions, and the way they are attempting the questions, they found the lengthy process of that. I just want to tell you guys, math anyhow, even if the toppers are attempting, they're not able to cover within the time period of 1 hour. They actually manage the time from the physics and chemistry, save the time from there, and however give 10 or 20 minutes extra to cover up the maths portion.
Suresh is asking, paper was easy or tough? Paper was standard, neither easy nor tough. Standard paper it was. And chemistry part, I am telling you, physics and maths part, the respective teacher will tell you. Sir, what is your overall opinion about mathematics?
Sir, I would say the paper as used to be there in the JEE Mains.
Yes, sir.
In the last few years, the standard is being maintained. The questions of the math, sometimes 7 or 8 questions you may find lengthy, and you have to use the approach that you should not attempt those questions which are lengthy initially. However, if you get the time afterwards in the round 2, you have to attempt those questions which you find that they are taking 4 minutes or 5 minutes of your time.
Sir, one student is asking something. Tomorrow he has maths exam. What he wants to do, he's asking.
All right. So for
you
so my strategy would be to attempt the maths paper. Let's say a teacher is attempting the question paper for the first time. The questions are also new. The strategy would be to actually attempt the paper in 2 rounds. First, you have to choosy about the questions. You have to select those questions which are easy and which are moderate. Difficult questions, however, difficult questions are those questions which you are seeing for the first time. However, those questions also which may require time more than 5 minutes. Some of the questions you know that if I try to attempt this question, it will take more than 5 minutes. So those questions shall be taken in the round 2. First of all, cover up those questions only which you know how to attempt them and within a 3 minutes time span. So if you have to spend a 3 minute of time in a particular question and you'll be able to get the answer, in the first round, just take those questions.
And sir, I would like to say all the students are asking one common doubt. Dear students, I'll clarify one very important doubt of all of you all. Paper was tough, easy, moderate, etc., etc. Please remember, all of you all, in past, present and future, anytime, JEE paper will never be easy, number 1.
Absolutely.
If it is very easy, then all will get 300 out of 300, then where is ranking?
Yes.
Right? Imagine all are getting about 290, 295, then how the ranking will happen? But remember, all of you all, we can say overall how it was. So paper you should pray that paper should be standard and moderate. Paper should never be easy or very tough. Both are danger. Very easy danger, very tough is danger.
And sir, one thing more, sir, did you find that the questions in the shift 1 and the questions in the shift 2, were they having a similar pattern?
Yes, some questions are having similar
Absolutely.
patterns.
And in the third attempt also, let's say in the morning shift today, did you find the questions similar, sir?
Yes, questions, 3 to 4 questions are having similarity.
That
and another thing, organic came little bit more in earlier shifts, sir. Okay, organic came and complex compounds, organic chemistry, some important chapters, obviously good number of questions have come. And remember, dear students, those who are writing the examinations in coming of weeks, don't think that paper will come easy or now it came hard. No. Paper will be maintained standard. Standard means few easy, few moderate, few hard.
And sir, one of the students is asking, sir, how about to prepare 28? See, 28 is the last day, guys. So I would suggest you, my dear students, that since you have in the last few days of the examination, so you'll be getting an opportunity to view the papers of the previous attempts. So let's say you got the paper of 21, you got the paper of 22, you will get the paper of 23. So you will have enormous number of questions to practice. And once you go through the practice of those questions which are already been asked in the JEE Mains, then you will have a benefit of at least you will have a benefit of 3-4 questions, guys.
Yes.
Out of 25. And in one subject, I'm telling you, as a total benefit, I would say 9 to 10 questions, sir, it will be matching with the previous shifts.
Yes. And remember, dear students, 23rd का कैसा होगा? अब मैं तो जादूगर नहीं हूँ. I'm not magician to tell. But Shannu Sheikh, I would like to tell you one important thing, that paper will be moderate. Please make a note. Okay? Paper will be moderate. Don't have fear, Pappu. Why are you having fear? You have to face the examination. Why to fear?
And what about the level of the...
Now, sir is also... Seeing you, sir will get fear, I will get fear. There's no logic in that.
No. So
Don't get
basically,
fear.
what about the level of the 28 paper? One of the student is asking. See, the paper setters, they maintain the same level beta throughout the dates.
Yes.
However, it's your perception. Let's say if a topper wants to attempt, sir, he will be knowing every question, no? But it's your perception that these set of the question I was knowing, but they didn't come into my shift.
See, sir.
These type of the questions I was not knowing, and they came into my shift.
Sir, one general rule I'll tell to everyone. Let it be maths, physics or chemistry, one general rule we can say. If I am wrong, please tell me, sir. Everybody listen very carefully. The general rule is, few questions will be easy, more questions will be moderate, and few questions will be tough.
Absolutely,
That
sir.
is the standard maintained out by JEE people. That means, if your foundations are very good, if your NCERT level is very good, and you have studied the concept thoroughly, 15 to 16 questions easily you can crack out of 25.
Absolutely.
That is one thing. Coming to the tougher side, if you have practiced some level 2, level 3 of problems, then obviously you will cross 20.
Sir, about 99 percentile, you tell me, sir, if I want to bring a 99 percentile subject-wise.
Yes.
So what about chemistry, you would say?
Chemistry, sir,
What
I
is
would
the
like to
safer
say,
side? How many questions should I attempt correctly?
in a, sir, worst scenario case, I would like to say 18 questions.
18 questions out of 25?
Yes.
So
18.
in mathematics, guys, I would say 14 to 15 questions is a good to go to get the
Yes.
99 percentile, and it would be considered as a safe score. However, if the shift is very easy and all the toppers are there in the shift, it may rise.
Sir,
Yes.
if anybody will say physics was easy or chemistry was easy, so it is not easy for one candidate, no.
Yeah,
it is easy for the entire nation.
Absolutely.
So obviously
all the aspirants will have the easier paper.
Yes.
Obviously, at the higher marks, low percentiles.
And
will be
everybody will get good marks if paper is
Absolutely.
easy. See, if the paper is easy, and imagine you are writing the examination, sir, and you are coming and you will say paper was very easy, paper easy tha. Obviously, many will be thinking like you.
Absolutely.
Then everybody will get marks. Then obviously there is a very bad chances of getting a
Yeah.
bad rank.
Sir, this psychology
Yeah.
is already been with the paper setters, and they set according to that only. And my dear students, I also want to point it out one thing which is really important. So we have a platform, Infinity Learn, in which we have a rank predictor model.
Yes.
So we will be soon sharing the link with you in the live chat only. And that link will help you. If you enter your marks there, that these are the marks that you're scoring
Yes.
in your shifts, you will be not only able to predict the rank, not only able to predict the percentile, but also you will be getting the suggestions of the colleges
Yes.
that with the help of these marks, you are eligible for these colleges, as well as you are eligible for these many branches in those colleges. So guys, it is very important tool. Please refer that tool for your friends. You just have to enter your marks that after attempting the
Can
JEE
I
Mains-
have the rank predictor in the chat box, please?
So you just have to enter your mark. This is the marks that I am getting, and they will be giving you suggestion. They will be giving you a suggestion based on the marks you entered.
Yes.
And this suggestion is not vague. So basically, whatever the data we have got from the last 10 years, that up to this marks, these many colleges are eligible. Up to this marks, these many colleges are eligible. So based on that only, we have prepared this tool, and
See,
definitely it is going to work.
Sir, one tip I will give to everyone. Those who are going to write their examination, those who have written, I can't say anything.
Very good.
Those who are going to write the examination for coming up days, coming up balance 2 and final 28th, the last 3 days left over. One common rule I'll give you: if any subject, if any problem, if you are finding hard, I recommend you just to circle it or just in rough paper, leave it and jump off to further questions. Whenever any tough questions will come, they are like speed breakers on the road. On highway, you are driving with high speed. Suddenly, speed breaker comes. What will happen? What you have to do? You have to slow down your speed and skip it off. You cannot stand there and break the speed breaker.
Absolutely.
No, I'll break the speed breaker, then only I'll go forward means time will be consumed, or otherwise someone from backside will come and hit you. Simple logic.
Absolutely.
Therefore, whenever in physics, chemistry or maths any tough question comes, the simple logic there is leave the question immediately and jump off to the further questions. Then at the end of the at the end of the examination, 20, 30, 40 minutes, whatever is left over, in the timings what you do, you solve those tough questions.
And sir, this is known as art of leaving the question. So basically the students learn art of doing the question, but this is very important while you're giving the paper. You have to decide that this question shouldn't be done now. However, if I have the time at the last, I have to attempt. So basically you have to become choosy, you have to be very selective while choosing those questions which are doable in the first attempt. And that will help you to gain your confidence, boost your energy, boost your motivation, as well as that will be definitely boosting your
And
marks
sir,
as well.
maybe in a minute or two, our mathematics sir, Bharat sir will be coming. with the questions. Mathematics questions are ready, sir. So dear students, please get ready. Okay, organic question. See, organic is very important branch. Papu, remember, let it organic, inorganic, physical, all are three equal. Okay, there is nothing, only 2-3 questions may be plus and minus in organic, inorganic and physical. So don't think that whole paper will come organic or inorganic or physical. 2-3 questions may increase here and there, that's all. Okay, but I would like to say everyone that organic questions or physical or inorganic questions are coming. 1-2-3 questions are a bit tough and 10 to 12 are moderate.
Absolutely.
7-8 questions are easy. So overall balanced paper is there.
So basically one of the student is asking, sir, 45 question is a good attempt or not? I would say you, for a safer side, you have to score 200 out of 300. 200 out of 300 means 2/3 of the questions being present in the total. So let's say 75 questions are present over there. So 2/3 means 50. If you get 50 questions correct, so you are in a safer side. Definitely you are eligible for most of the prestigious colleges of India. Most, I'm not saying all of, but yeah, most of the prestigious colleges of the India.
Yes.
So 2/3 is a mark,
Yes.
like 2/3 is a ratio, guys, that you have to keep in your mind while attempting the paper. And 2/3 means 2/3 of the total question.
And Divya, some students are asking marks, etc. So as we have said you, we are having an app which will predict your rank and will get in IIT Hyderabad, IIIT Hyderabad, or whatever course you want, CS you are asking.
Absolutely.
Okay, so please download the rank predictor app, so you can see it. The link will be shared to you. Okay, please download the rank predictor app of Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya, and you will get, not exactly but approximate, you will get an idea that with 45 marks what are you going to get.
Absolutely, sir.
Okay.
And one more thing, guys, we have a WhatsApp channel also, sir. Regularly, whatever the sessions we are holding right now, no, so we are sharing the PDFs of the sessions, whatever the questions are coming. You won't believe, guys, we are getting almost 60 to 65 questions, memory-based questions every day out of 75. That means the entire paper we are able to get it every day. So my suggestions would be to join our WhatsApp channel. WhatsApp channel link will already be provided to you, and with the help of that, you can become the part of it, get to the latest news and events, what is happening around JEE. However, you will also not only get the benefit this time, but in the April attempt also you'll get the benefit. As you will be close to us, we'll be sharing a very important question papers, very important study material, as well as the grand test related informations also.
Sir, one question student is asking, sir, organic में डर के माहौल है sir, revision भी नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ. Sir, advise me please, 20th exam, I'm stuck in mechanism, advise what to do. So Lucky Gyani, oh my god, beautiful name, Lucky Gyani, I would like to advise you, मैं तुमको ये advice देना चाह रहा हूँ कि अभी mechanisms के direction में मत जाओ. 2-4 दिन में आप क्या ही कर लोगे, ठीक है? तो प्लीज डोंट गो इन मैकेनिज्म साइड, उस साइड मत जाओ. नेम्ड रिएक्शंस रिवाइज करो, फेमस रिएक्शंस रिवाइज करो.
We have the math question. So do we get the math question?
So
yes, sir. All right.
We welcome, please welcome
Bharat
welcome,
sir. Yeah. So we welcome Bharat
sir. So questions are
yeah.
ready, students. Dear students, questions are ready. Please, paper discussion starts. So I welcome my colleague, my friend Bharat sir, who will be discussing with you the mathematics paper. Okay. So dear students, start. Obviously, paper discussion is beginning. So I hand over the teaching part, department part to Bharat sir. Sir, yes, I'll be going and I'll bring my chemistry questions. So please, you continue with your mathematics.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much
Bye,
for the encouraging session. Yes, sir. Hi, dear students, everyone. Everyone, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya. So, on an 80, what does it mean? 8 in the sense, that is for Sarfraz sir question, right? So, math part, guys, morning paper was little, math is easy, but now the paper, I think it seems to be standard. Let us try some questions, guys. Good evening, good evening. Yes. 152 marks, you may get 98.5 percentile. Pratham. Yes. Yeah. Right. Thank you very much, dear students. Yes, I will continue in English because I'm not that great at Hindi. So we shall go with English, guys. Chalo. Yeah, sir might have discussed about the strategy and all these points, the morning paper, difficulty level and all. So let us focus on questions. You see the first question, dear students. Yeah. First question, alpha beta be the roots of the quadratic equation where alpha is lambda is an integer. I can say, yes, here lambda is an integer satisfying this particular quadratic equation, and given the difference of the roots is between 1 by 2 and 3 by 2, then the sum of all y's is too low. Okay, we'll try to increase the y's, guys. Then the sum of all possible values of lambda, right, y's is low. Okay, right. Chalo, we'll try to give little higher y's, right. Quadratic equation difference of roots, this is a very standard point. If you are given a quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 with roots alpha comma beta, the difference of the roots you can compute like alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta under root, or I can say root of b square minus 4ac by mod a is the difference of the roots. So I can say here you just try to apply root of b square is 400 minus 4ac. This is by mod a is nothing but 12, given this is between 1 by 2 and 3 by 2. Of course, equality is there. If you could form this particular relation, this is enough. You can comfortably solve lambda range you can find. So you just multiply with 12, you will get 6 less than or equal to root of 400 minus 4 into 12 into 3 into lambda less than 18. The next step, friends, you can cancel with 4, or you can just take 36 less than or equal to 400 minus 4 into 12 into 3 into lambda less than or equal to 324. You can cancel with 4 here comfortably. This is 4 9 times, this is 100, this is 36 lambda, this is 481. Now you subtract 100, which is minus 91 less than or equal to minus 36 lambda less than or equal to, you can say this is minus 19. Now you just divide with minus 36, you will get here 91 by 36 greater than or equal to lambda greater than or equal to 19 by 36. Now it is 0 point something, this is 2 point something. So lambda is an integer lying between these two. Lambda will take the values 1 comma 2. Please do remember he asked here the sum of the possible values. So sum of the possible values is going to be 1 comma 2. So the answer is going to be 3. 3 is the answer. Clear, guys? Clear? How many of you answered this perfectly? Very simple point. Please do observe in the previous 4 papers, those who are going to write the exam tomorrow, in all the 4 papers there is a question from quadratic equation, simple question from quadratic equation. I tell you, tomorrow also we are going to discuss question on quadratic equations. Do remember, revise the simple formula of quadratic equations, guys. Yeah, 263, 99.9 percentile you can expect, 263 marks. That's super, guys. The next second question, the number of elements in the relation 4x square plus y square less than 52 where x, y are integers. So guys, here please do remember x, y are integers. Just you need to give the cases. You just put x is equal to 0 so that y square is less than 52. So you will get y can be 0 plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2 plus or minus 3 plus or minus 4 plus or minus 5 plus or minus 6 even plus or minus 7. So how many cases, friends? 14 1 0, 15 cases, x 0. Here you will get 15 cases. Now you take x is plus or minus 1, then y square will be less than 51. In fact, not 51, 52 minus 4, which is 48. Means you can take up to 6, 12 and 13. X 2 cases, this is 13, 26 such possibilities, friends. The next, yeah, when you take x is plus or minus 2, this is 416, y square is less than, you can say 16, you subtract, you can say up to 36, I can say, because 36, 42, 52 it is. So y you can take up to 5 only, that is 11 cases. Here x 2 possibilities, 11 into 2, 22 possibilities. Then next, when you take x is plus or minus 3, So 936 y square must be less than 16. Less than 16 means you have to take up to here only. There are 10 cases. You can say this is 6 plus 1, 7 cases. So 2 into 7, 14 cases. If you take x is plus or minus 4, which is not possible because 16 fours are 64. So these are the available cases. You just add all these things. You are going to get 77 here. Total number of ordered pairs in this relation is going to be 77. So all of you please check. Good evening everyone. So relations, we are getting simple questions. So earlier we used to get number of types of relation we used to get. So far in the 4 papers we didn't get question over number of relations, but relations linked with number of ordered pairs kind of questions we are getting. Okay, so 77 is the answer bhaiya, not 86. Please check, it is going to be 77. Okay, Chandu. So this is 26, this is 40, 52, 77. Okay, next question. You can see this is a very simple question. This is the mean deviation about the median of the numbers. Interesting thing is they are in AP. K you put aside. So 1, 2, 3 and so on 1000. He wants the mean deviation. When the numbers are in AP and data is symmetric about median, you can say 1000 n by 4 is going to be the mean deviation. So you will get 1000 by 4, and in all the numbers k is there, 1000 k by 4 is the mean deviation. Without any calculation you can put. Okay, so this is given as 500. So you can say k is going to be 2 here, right? So 2k is equal to 4. You can say k is equal to 2. He is asking k square value, which is going to be 4 again. K square value is going to be 4. Got it guys? Clear everyone? Very simple. If the set of numbers are in AP, the data is symmetric about median, the mean deviation is nothing but n by 4. So 1000 items are there, this is 1000 by 4, right? So k is 2, k square he is asking, which is 4. Next. You see, this is a question on complex numbers, a simple question on complex number. You know complex numbers equation, just put z is equal to x plus iy. So 4 into x plus iy whole square, you will get x square minus y square plus 2xyi plus z bar is x minus iy is equal to 0. A complex number 0 in the sense you have to take real parts 0. 4 into x square minus y square plus x must be 0. Real part 8xy minus y, imaginary part is 0. So from here you can continue. From this yields either y is 0 or x is 1 by 8. Two possibilities. Now when y is 0, in this case put y is 0, you will get 4x square plus x is equal to 0. So it gives either x is 0 or x must be minus 1 by 4. So that you got here. So one solution is when y 0, x 0, when y 0, x is minus 1 by 4, right? Similarly, so second case, when x is 1 by 8, you try to find y. So this is going to be 4x square plus x is equal to 4y square. So x value is 1 by 8, this is 1 by 64, 4 by 64 you will get 1 by 16 minus 1 by 4 is 4y square, which you can say, so you can simplify here, this is x is 1 by 8 plus 1 by 8, which is going to be 2 by 16, this is 3 by 64 is equal to y square, y must be plus or minus root 3 by 8. So here the next one you can say 1 by 8 comma root 3 by 8 comma you can say 1 by 8 minus root 3 by 8. Now there are 4 solutions for this. You have to find mod z square for everything. X square plus y square, here 0, here you will get 1 by 16, next one 1 by 16, next one 1 by 16. Altogether the sum will become 3 by 16 is the answer. This is going to be 3 by 16 is the answer. Got it, dear students? So these are a few questions here I can say. So importantly, most important thing in mathematics, out of the question that I have explained here, any questions from Koenig? Yes, we have received some questions with the help of which I am talking here, dear students. So the questions so far we have received, you see the paper is not easy, not difficult. The paper is definitely, we can say, bit lengthy, time taking itself, but morning paper math was bit easy. Now the paper is clear. From the gist of all the 4 papers, I can say one important thing, there is a question from quadratic equations continuously. Please go through quadratic equation basic stuff like sum of the roots, product of the roots, and you can say mod alpha minus beta kind of. Today we got a question over this. The next we can say chemistry, will give the feedback, be connected, will be giving the complete feedback of the question paper and will help you. Okay, right, dear students, we are trying for other questions, they are getting very soon. And before that, even in math you can see the complex numbers, a very easy question. Interestingly, we got one question on quadratic equation, one on complex number. Generally we used to get only one question over this. Yes. Yeah, sir, which of the 4 shifts will have lowest cutoff? Out of 4, I can say yesterday evening shift will have lowest cutoff. So I can, in my yeah, very good. Yeah, so that's nice, excellent. So guys, you can say this is mean deviation statistics, simple question. The next, this kind of, in relations, in all the 4 papers, whenever we see a question from relations, he is given counting based question only is given. Okay, please do remember that point, accordingly you do the things. The next, I can say this is purely quadratic equations related question, right? Any questions, guys? Please welcome. So until we get other questions, yeah, so right, an open organ pipe F3 and F6 of 3rd and 6th harmonic frequencies respectively, if F6 minus F3 is 2200 Hz, then the length of the pipe in mm. So to answer this question, I welcome Aniruddha sir to discuss this question. So it is a physics question, right, dear students? Yeah, we'll be back with few more math questions. Until then, I request Aniruddha sir to continue.
Thank you,
Yes,
you, sir.
Yes, sir. So overall, how is the physics paper, sir?
So far, the questions we have got, sir, that have been again at a easy to moderate level, I will say.
Okay.
It's kind of like yesterday's morning shift or today's morning shift. Like
Okay.
Yesterday's evening shift was easier comparatively.
Okay.
This is so far between easy to moderate.
Okay.
Not
When
very challenging.
compared to 2025 January papers, is
I
it
see.
in the same line, sir?
Yes, sir. It is in the same line. So if students have done the 2025 PYQs,
Okay.
they'll have a good. And we have got quite a few questions common from the GTMs
Okay.
that were conducted over
At
here.
Infinity Learn, we have conducted
Yes.
GTMs.
Yeah.
Guys, those who have followed, yeah, Infinity Learn GTMs questions have appeared, kind of questions or similar questions are there.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, fine. Fine, sir.
Thank you,
Continue.
sir.
Yes,
Thank
sir,
you,
fine. Right.
All right, let's start with our questions. Okay. We'll start with this one. This says an open organ pipe, if frequencies are F3 and FC, that's the 3rd harmonic and the 6th harmonic. Now, F6 minus F3 is given as 2200 Hz. They want what is the length of the pipe. So, because this is an open organ pipe, I know frequency of the nth harmonic is just NV over 2N. V being the speed of the wave. Now, speed of the wave was provided over here as 330 meters per second. It was given in the question, 330 meters per second. So, we can take that. And now we have the 6th harmonic and the 3rd harmonic. So F6 is basically 6V by 2L, whereas F3 is 3V by 2L. Now with this F6 and F3 in place, F6 minus F3, that's 2200 Hertz. F6 minus F3, here I can take the V by 2L common. If I take the V by 2L common, I'll have a 6 minus 3. That's a 2200. This is 3 and I can put the speed in there, that's 330 meters per second times 3. divided by 2 times the length, that's 2200. Few things I can take out. This can go with a 110, okay? 110, this would take it, or even if you cancel with 11, that's also fine. This would go with a 30, this would go with a 200, take another of this out. So your L then is 3 times 3, that's a 9 divided by 2 into 20, that's a 9 by 40. 9 by 4 is 2.25, divided by another 10, that's 0.225. Now remember, that's in meters. Answer is in millimeters, so our correct answer is option A. Okay. We'll move to our next question. I hope this is clear. Simple, easy question. Again, see, formula centric, very formula centric. Next one says there are 3 small identical bubbles of water having the same charge on each, and they coalesce to form a bigger bubble. Then the ratio of the potentials on one initial bubble and that on the resultant bigger bubble is going to be what? Now, first and foremost, we know by conservation, if each of these small bubbles have a radius of small r and the bigger bubble has a radius of capital R. We know this question comes in electrostatics, it comes in surface tension as well, that the radius of the bigger bubble is the number, this n to the power 1 by 3 times of small r. We know that for a fact. Now for any drop, that's a spherical body, the potential formula V is equal to kq divided by r. Kq divided by r, q being the total charge. This was originally, let's keep it small r. Let's just work with a small r here. Kq divided by a small r. Now we are looking for the new one. So the potential in the new case. In the new case, V dash, if I were to put it, that's k times, what is the charge? The charge is now n number of, I'll put the 3 value in later, n number of those bubbles are all combining their charge into it. So the total charge becomes n times of q. And the radius of the new one is going to be n to the power 1 by 3 times of small r. Small r. So this goes, I put an n to the power 2 by 3 here then. So this becomes n to the power 2 by 3 times of kq by small r, which just happened, sorry, cap small r, which was just the potential of the original drops. So my V dash is n to the power 2 by 3 times of the original V. They have asked potential of the initial bubble to the final bubble. So it's V by V dash is 1 by n to the power 2 by 3. What is n? Now you can put it in the formula. N is given as 3. This is my n. If I plug it in, I get 1 divided by 3 to the power 2 by 3. Yes, correct, Ajit. All right, we move to our next one. By the way, students, those who have given the exam today or in the previous days or you are about to give, please check out Infinity Learn's College Predictor tool. You have a rough idea. We do these paper discussions so that you have an idea about what kind of scores you're getting. And based on that, you don't have to wait. It's not just a rank predictor. You will even get an idea about what colleges you would get based on your score, based on your rank. So you don't have to wait all the way till July, all the way till August to know where your possible future is. You can know it right now. Link would be in the description. Go and check that out now. Okay, we'll continue with our next question here. This says there are 5 positive charges, each having a charge q, and it is placed at the vertices of a pentagon shown in the figure. The electric potential V and the electric field at the center of the pentagon to the 5 positive charges is how much? Easy question, because they have even told you that the center, this distance, is given to you as, I think it's given as small r, not capital R, that's was given as small r, because all the option size here are with small r. Now first and foremost, if that is small r, every single charge is the same distance, small r away. Now when I think about potential, in potential, it's not a vector. So I don't have to think about this direction, that direction, so on and so forth. I just add them up algebraically. I know each of these q at a distance of small r are contributing the potential as kq divided by small r. Now, the net potential comes because you basically add them, no vectors, no nothing. You add them, each contributing this, there are 5 of them that contribute, so it is just 5 times of kq divided by small r. So I got the potential. What about the field? The field is 0. We have done so many questions with hexagon, with a square. If it is a perfectly symmetric polygon and you have equal charges at all the points, then you know field over there at the center becomes 0. So it is option C. Yes, correct. Samrudh, it is option C. Correct, Shatabdi, it is option C. Correct, Shatabdi? Yes, yes. User, correct. Correct, Manju, it is option C. Thank God. Why you're scared? This was a pretty known question, right? I don't think this was a very uncertain question to be scared of. Chalo, we'll move to our next one now. This says, using a simple pendulum experiment, G is determined by measuring its time period capital T. Which of the following plots represent the correct relation between the pendulum length and the time period T? Now we know, थोड़ी थोड़ी फट रही थी, अरे इस पे फटने की क्या है? ये this was an easy one. Root over of L by G. ठीक है? That's the time period. So I want length and time period. So I know that time period square is equal to length. Now based on what we have here, you see this time period square, it's inversely, they are talking about it being inversely proportional. So what I do is that I represent it as 1 by t square then. 1 by t square then is 1 by L. Now remember, this itself is my y, whereas this is my x. So this is of a form y is inversely proportional to x, which I know is a rectangular hyperbola. So 1 by t square versus L as a rectangular hyperbola, it is option A, not option B, Viraj. It's going to be option A. It's not going to increase. It's not, it's 1 by t square. That's what you have to be careful about. Yes. Correct, Aryan, correct study. Yes, Viraj, it's option A. Okay. Chalo, we'll move on to the next one. Do we have? No, I think we will be needing more questions. They are coming in. So before Bharat sir or Sarfraz sir, they come in with more questions, I'd just like to tell all of you that this is memory based questions. Once this is done, we would start on this YouTube channel preparation for JEE Advanced as well, where we would be having weekly classes on advanced, both in terms of the topics that have been deleted with regards to physics, chemistry, maths, along with JEE Advanced PYQs, advanced practice questions. Lot of that preparation, you'll get that all for free on the Infinity Learn JEE channel. So stay subscribed, turn on the notifications so that you don't miss out on any of those questions. All right. So here we have Sarfraz sir with us, who will carry forward with the chemistry questions. I'll be back obviously with more physics. We're getting plenty. We're just verifying them. So sir, how has been the chemistry part so far?
Chemistry has been maintained standard this year.
Okay.
So as there is a myth that chemistry आराम से कर ले सकते, we can do easily, and it is very simple, very local, cheap. I'll invest the time in max, and all that has been proved wrong for this year. So it's a clear alarm that next year you should not think that this is easy or this is hard.
Yes.
You should be ready, prepared for standard paper. JEE paper will never come tough.
Yes.
It will be tough those who didn't prepare or those who didn't understood it on time. So overall, students should be ready for the coming of shift. Should be very careful. At any given time, I believe that at any given time, few questions will be easy, few will be moderate. Now, if tough questions number will increase, that is called overall tough paper.
Yeah.
If number of tough questions will decrease, that is overall called moderate or easy paper. That is only the difference. So thank you, sir. I'll
Thank you,
continue.
sir.
Thank you. So dear students, come on. We'll continue with our chemistry questions. So dear students, here you can see he's asking which of the following mixture gives a buffer solution at pH 9.5. Okay, so whatever, this is only additional information, but it should give buffer solution, and the pH is 9.5. That means this is indicating that it is a basic buffer. It is very clear indication that it is a basic buffer. So buffer solution means it should be a weak base plus its salt. Am I right? It should be weak base plus its corresponding salts. So here ammonium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid is given. So how to solve it? So simple. The rule is ammonium hydroxide is reacting with hydrochloric acid and giving ammonium chloride plus water. So dear students, in examination you have to select the option in which ammonium hydroxide, and obviously this will form limiting reagent. The rule is you have to search that the limiting reagent must be hydrochloric acid and it should become 0. So wherever the limiting reagent will become 0, then that will be the option. So now everybody can see first option. If you see first option, it is 0.2 into 0.4. This is 0.1 into 1. Second option, 0.4 into 1, and this is 0.1 into 1. Third option, 0.5 into 0.2, and that side 0.2 into 0.5. Next, 0.2 into 0.5, and there 0.1 into 0.5. So in which case hydrochloric acid will be the least or limiting reagent. So obviously whatever loss of ammonium chloride will happen there, it will generate that much amount of okay, ammonium chloride, correct. So here if you see, in this case this will become limiting reagent, this will become smaller than this one. So hence A cannot be the option. 0.4 into 1, okay, and in this case everybody can see second one, okay, here you can see that this has become limiting reagent, right. So where the limiting reagent has become, okay, where hydrochloric acid is limiting reagent and ammonium hydroxide is left over, obviously ammonium chloride will form and automatically it becomes the buffer solution. So simple, you can check it from there, right. Next question is statement based, where is asking that the correct order in terms of first ionization energy. So first of all, everybody know left to right ionization energy increases, correct, and here you can see nitrogen is greater than fluorine because it is having 2p3, okay, and fluorine is greater because it is 2p5, and moreover fluorine is a non-metal, correct. Oxygen is greater than carbon, this part is also a correct answer. So overall the first option is perfectly right. Next, the correct order in terms of magnitude of electron gain enthalpy. Yes, obviously this is directly straightforward from our NCERT, because we know that whenever oxygen will gain the electron, then the first electron gain enthalpy will be negative. But after that, if you want to add electron, it is very difficult, you know, the energy required will be positive. So hence both the statements are right. 1 gram of an organic compound subjected to Keljal method. Okay, so in Keljal method we have a direct formula, percentage of nitrogen is equal to 1.4 into volume of acid into normality of acid divided by weight of organic compound. Weight of organic compound. So everybody can see that, right, everybody can see volume of acid is 15 ml, correct. 1 molar sulfuric acid, we know that normality is equal to molarity into valency factor. So molarity is 1, valency factor is 2. So this normality you have to take 2. Here you will do mistake in exam. Weight of organic compound is given as 1 gram. So if you solve 15 2s are 30 and 1.2, so approximately your answer will come approximately 42. Okay, dear students, and this is directly formula based. Now IUPAC question, one IUPAC question has appeared, okay, after a very long time IUPAC has appeared in the examination. So dear students, in IUPAC here you can see it has 3 carbon, and here you can see in the chain, if you ignore this temporary if you ignore this, here 1 2 3 4, here you have more carbons, yes or no. So obviously whoever is having more number of carbons, that will become the parent chain, right. Hence if you count from here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, long chain 6 and 7. So this particular is nothing but, everybody can see, this is N-propyl group. Okay, and this is ester. Everybody can see, sorry, this is what? Ester. Got it, dear students? So now what is the IUPAC name? N-propyl. N-propyl. Who is on oxygen? N-propyl. Okay, 2-bromo. Actually, alphabetical order is here, missing here. Okay, no problem, because this is substituent here, it's okay. 2-bromo, 5-methyl heptanoate. So we can see, in here only can see propanoate, here hexanoate, here propanoate. So obviously the best matching will be option number 4. Very easy question. 2-bromo, 5-methyl propanoate. How it is propanoate, my dear? Someone is saying answer is A. How A? T series? Sorry. How it is A, man? Propanoate. How it can be propanoate? Complete IUPAC is wrong here. Right? See exactly what it came in JEE, we have to just watch. But based upon that, this is the correct options. Now this question, a dibromo compound P with molecular formula C9H10Br2, when heated with excess of soda amide followed by treatment with dilute HCl, imagine some X will come here and then you are treating with dilute acid. Let us say Y is coming. Acha, Q he is saying. Gives Q with mercuric sulfate, okay, and dilute sulfuric acid, gives R gives iodoform test. NaOH in iodine, you will get positive iodoform test, but negative toluene. So now, dear students, already options are given and I am having options with me, but I will tell you the direct answers of this. I will tell you 4 options are available which I have not drawn here, but the answer for this is, so see, if you go back, if it is giving NaOH and iodine, that means R must have C double bond or CH3 group, because methylated aldehydes or ketones only, and this will give negative toluene. Negative toluene means it must be ketone, correct? Then Q must have a triple bonded group, because from year to year you are adding water, correct? So then what is the possible compound with this particular formula? So here we can draw is one of the option given by the memory of the student is this one 6, 7, 8, 9, and hydrogens, let us count 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Now if you treat this with sodamide, so everybody know if you treat this with sodamide, then 2 moles of HBr is lost and you will get this compound, correct? Now this compound if you treat with Heg plus 2, okay, in presence of obviously water dilute, then you will get addition of water enol. This will immediately tautomerize and become carbonyl compound. Now this will react with haloform and give salt of carboxylic acid plus CHI3. So everybody, options I don't remember because students have not much given. Please give me thumbs up. Nitya, Chiranjeevi, those who are written, T series, Playfield, everyone, please give me thumbs up. Right? Next. Now this is very easy question. 100 grams of 98% sulfuric acid of aqueous solution is mixed with 100 grams of 49 grams of aqueous solution. The mole fraction of sulfuric acid. Very, very easy. So all of you, how will you do it? So don't take tension. We'll discuss more chemistry paper. So I think next this time a lot of maths papers have come. Maths teachers are more activated and ready now. This question is hard. This question I categorize it as hard because this question will generally come in JEE advanced model. So Chiranjeevi, Shravani, I would like to categorize this as a hard question, and if anybody have solved it correct, then very good it is, excellent it is. So 4 options are given. So according to my student's memory, this was one of the options given because that will only form iodoform. Okay, right. Now the last question is 100 grams. So 100 grams, 98, that means what? 98 grams sulfuric acid, okay, plus your remaining will be 2 gram water it will be, correct? This will be case number 1. Then 49%, so that means 49 grams sulfuric acid is there, plus 51 grams of water should be there, case 2. Okay, the mole fraction of sulfuric acid is mixed with this. So now simple. So what is the total sulfuric acid? You have to find. So number of moles of sulfuric acid N total. So sorry. So if you add this, 147, please check it. Is it 147 gram? 98 plus 49.
Yes, sir.
149 grams sulfuric acid. Now number of moles of sulfuric acid will be equal to weight by gram molecular weight, correct? You will get number of moles of sulfuric acid. Now if you add water, 51 plus 2, this will be 53 grams of water, correct? So number of moles of water, you can see it will be weight by gram molecular weight. So everybody know that the mole fraction of what is asking? Sulfuric acid. So mole fraction of sulfuric acid will be number of moles of sulfuric acid divided by N total, finish. Okay dear students. So chemistry papers are questions 1 till now what we have done, one question only have come tough, okay? Only this question is tough. This one, that's all. And this question is tricky. Only here if you do mistake, everything will go wrong. Okay dear students, right. So I welcome and continue. I request our Max sir to please continue his department. Thank you, sir. I'll be back with extra chemistry questions.
Hi everyone. I hope you have got the idea that how the math question were, few chemistry question, few physics question. Now I'm taking the set of the math question again. So guys, this is a question that came from the limit topic. Are you all there? Just give me a thumbs up, say hi in the chat section if you all people are listening to us. Yes, please interact with us. So there is a question limit extending towards 0, e raised to the power a minus 1, 2 cos bx, c minus 2 e raised to the power minus x, and then we have x cos x minus log 1 plus x and equal to 2 they have given. Then a square plus b square plus c square, this value they're asking from us. So how we have to deal with this question, guys? Here if you observe, let's say as you substitute x value tending towards 0. So if you observe the denominator, guys, here if you keep 0, this will become 0. Here if you keep 0, this will become 0. So the denominator is tending towards 0. So my dear students, for the existence of limit, because the limit is existing, limit is finite. So numerator should be 0. If numerator is also 0, that means, my dear students, here e raised to the power 0 will come and that will give us a value 1. Because if you substitute x value 0, e raised to the power 0 will give us a value 1. Here if you substitute 0, so 2 cos 0 will give you a value 1. So it will be 2 into 1. And here beta e raised to the power 0 will be 1. So here you will have c minus 2. So I have to equate this to 0. Obviously 2 and 2 will get cancelled and the value of c that you will obtain from here will be minus 1. Everyone understood how we got this? C value minus 1. Now e raised to the power a minus 1 bacche, and then we have 2 cos bx beta, and then we have c minus 2, then we have c minus 2, and then we have beta e raised to the power minus x. So basically c value we already got minus 1, so I am replacing here with minus 1. This will become minus 3. So beta here it will be minus 3 times e raised to the power minus x, and this denominator it is x cos x and then minus log, and then beta it will be 1 plus x, and the limit of x is tending towards 0, guys. I hope up till here you all are able to understand. Now keep the value of c safe because this value of c will be used here. C square value will be equals to 1, that will be used in the future. Now if you have to deal with this question, you have to use the expansion. E raised to the power x expansion, do you know guys? It will be 1 plus a minus 1 x over 1 factorial, then a minus 1 into x square over 2 factorial, and I'll stop here only. I'll tell you the reason why. Then if I talk about the cos bx expansion, so beta obviously here also you will find that it will be 1 minus bx whole square over 2 factorial. Then the next term will be bx raised to the power 4. There is no requirement of writing that term because I'm taking till power 2 only. Then my dear students, here we have minus 3 times e raised to the power minus x expansion. So it will be 1 minus a minus 1 into x over 1 factorial. So there is no there is no need of writing 1 factorial. And then my dear students, it will be plus a minus 1 into x square over 2 factorial. I hope you are able to understand how I have written. Sorry, a minus 1 was not there, e raised to power minus x is also there, no? So 1 minus, let me correct this, just a minute. I took the first term only. So 1 minus x over 1 factorial and then plus x square over 2 factorial. I hope you all are able to understand. Now let's go to the denominator part. In the denominator, x cos x is given. So cos x, guys, you already know it is 1 minus x square by 2. So that will become x minus x cube over 2 factorial, guys. And then my dear students, if you talk about the expansion of log x, so here you will have x minus x square by 2 and then you will have x cube by 3. So there is no need of writing that. If you observe the denominator, guys, here x and x is getting cancelled. And in the denominator, if you simplify the denominator, you are having the least degree term, that is x square by 2 that has been available with you. And then after x square by 2, you are having minus x cube upon 2. That means, guys, the constant term has to be equated to 0. The coefficient of x also has to be equated to 0. So coefficient of x, if you observe in the numerator, you will have here a minus 1. Here, is there any coefficient of x? No. Here, is there any coefficient of x? Yes. It is minus into minus. So that will become plus. So here I am writing plus. Over here we have to make it 0 because I am just equating the coefficient of x equal to 0. Constant term I already have to equate 0 and that is coming 0 also. So 3 minus 1 will be 2. So the value of a will be coming as minus 2. Did you observe? So the value of a square will be written as 4. Guys, are you all able to understand this? How we got this? Now once you are able to understand, now we have to deal with the coefficient of x square. If you deal with the coefficient of x square, here you have a minus 1 whole square and then my dear students, here it will be 2. This is the coefficient of x square I am taking from here. If you take from here, guys, 2 and 2 will get cancelled. It will be minus of b square. Can you see that? And beta, if you take the coefficient of x square from here, it will be minus 3 by 2. Are you able to understand? And here if you see the coefficient of x square, it is half. In the denominator, beta, the coefficient of x square is half. And beta, this whole expression, the coefficient of x square is given to you as 2. So basically from here you will have the value of b square. Once you have a square, b square, c square, and then finally they are asking you to add a square plus b square plus c square. Is that clear to everyone? Are you all able to understand how to get the answer to this question? Very good. Very good, guys. Very good. Now let's go ahead for the next question. They're asking you to get the domain of this function. To get the domain of this function, what we have to do, guys, first of all, this inner function which is inside the domain of this has to be positive. So x square minus 10x plus 85 has to be positive. If I observe this quadratic equation, this discriminant is less than 0. So that is why it is always positive. That is why this is always positive. However, my dear students, the quantity which is inside the second, let's say this is with the base 5. This 5 is not here. This is with the base 5. So the quantity which is here, 7 minus log and then x square minus 10x plus 85 and beta here with the base 2, beta this has to be 0 because this entire expression is inside the logarithm with the base 5. And my dear students, simultaneously the outer log also have the inner expression. So the inner expression is log 7 minus log x square minus 10x plus 85. There we have a base 2. Here we have a base 5. Are you able to understand? So this entire expression also has to be greater than 0. Now, as when I make this entire expression greater than 0, so basically I will be writing here 5 raised to the power 0, 5 raised to the power 0 will be 1. So 7 minus log x square minus 10x plus 85, and here the base of the logarithm is 2. Did you understood? Now I'm taking this logarithm to that side and I'm taking this 1 to this side. So obviously we will have log x square minus 10x plus 85 to the base 2. And beta, if you take this 1 to that side, it will become 6, so less than 6. Now beta, here I will be converting this into exponential form. X square minus 10x plus 85 has to be less than 2 raised to the power 6, which is 64. Did you understood up till here? Now beta, 64 I am taking this side, so x square minus 10x plus 21 less than 0. Are you able to understand? This can be broken down into two factors. X minus 7, x minus 3 has to be less than 0. So this gives me the domain between 3 and 7. This gives me the domain between 3 and 7. Are you all able to understand this? Give me a thumbs up till here if you are able to understand. All right, that's cool. So once you all are able to understand, my dear students, let's talk about this one. Beta, here they have given 3x minus 7 over 17 minus x. 3x minus 7 over 17 minus x. Modulus has to be less than or equals to 1. Because this inner function is always between minus 1 and plus 1, and they're looking for the domain of this function. So what I'll do, I will write here 3x minus 7 modulus has to be less than 17 minus x modulus, and then I will square both the sides, so it will become 9x square, it will become 49, and minus 2ab, so that will become 42x. Here if I square beta, it will become 289, it will become x square, and here it will become 34x. Now let us bring the terms to the one side. Here you will have 8x square bache. Here 34x, if you bring it to this side, you will be able to get 34x minus 42x. So that will be minus of 8x. And bache 49 and then 289 if you subtract them. So 289 if you brought here, so that will actually reduce 9, so 280 and then 40. So 240 will be the expression which is left here. Now you tell me, can you take this 8 common or you divide the entire equation by 8? Yes, that is possible. When you divide the entire equation by 8, you will be able to get this function. Now can you split 30 into 2 parts? Very easily we can split. We can write here x minus 6 into beta x plus 5 and has to be less than or equals to 0. Is that clear to everyone from here? Now, once you all are able to understand guys, then you will be able to see that minus 5 to 6. Minus 5 is one of the critical point, other is a critical point 6, and in between 0, is it satisfying? Yes, it is satisfying. So minus 5 to 6 is the domain that we are obtaining from here. Are you able to understand? So bache, they are saying that you have to write between alpha and beta. The domain of this function is between alpha and beta. So what you would say, here they have given 3 to 7 and here bache, they have given minus 5 to 6. So basically if you take the common of both of them, so you will have 3 to 6. And once you have to write 3 to 6, so alpha plus beta, you will be able to get the answer from here. Are you all able to understand how we did this question? Any doubt do you have? Is it clear to everyone? All right. Once you all are able to understand this question, now this is also a little tougher side. All right. So this is also one of the question, guys, that you have to do. Now, do you know the value of cos alpha plus beta? Do you know the value of sin alpha minus beta is given to us? Alpha is between 0 to 60, beta is between 0 to 45. Guys, are you paying attention? You have to talk to me. Forget about the cutoff as well as the expected marks. Don't worry about that. Talk to me, beta. These questions are really important. Maybe the same type of the concept can be asked in your examination also. Please have a patience of listening to answers of all these questions. But say alpha is in the first quadrant, beta is also in the first quadrant. Obviously, if you do 60 plus 45, the maximum, it can go to the second quadrant also. So alpha plus beta, they have given negative. That means it lies in the second quadrant because cos is negative. Alpha minus beta, they have given sign positive. So that means it is in the first quadrant. Now, bache, you tell me, if cos alpha plus beta is given to you, will it be possible for you to get the value of sin alpha plus beta? Tell me guys, will it be possible for you to get the value of sine alpha plus beta? Yes, sine alpha plus beta we can get it. And how we are able to find it out? So let's say this is hypotenuse and this one is base. So we will be able to write here 10 square and minus 1 square with the square root. So you will be able to get the perpendicular length, that is square root of 99. So it will be written as 3 root 11. So here I am writing 3 root 11 and that too positive because in the second quadrant sine is positive. Are you able to understand this? Now once you have the sine alpha minus beta value and alpha minus beta in the first quadrant, so cos will also have the positive value. Here they have given 3 by 8. So perpendicular over hypotenuse, so hypotenuse will be 8 only. And if you do beta 64 minus 9 and with the square root if you do, so you will be able to get the value again 55, which is actually can be written in the format of square root of 55. What do you say? Will I write square root of 55 here? Yes. So over here, my dear students, we have written base over hypotenuse as a value of cos alpha minus beta and the perpendicular over hypotenuse as a value of sine alpha plus beta. Once you all are able to understand this, my dear students, then what you need to do, do you know the formula of 2 sine alpha cos beta? So 2 sine alpha cos beta is the value which is sine alpha plus beta plus sine alpha minus beta. So sine alpha plus beta, you already have that value, that will be 3 root 11 by 10. And then sine alpha minus beta also you have that value, so that will be 3 by 8. Guys, if you are able to understand this, then I will also give you the value for 2 sine beta cos alpha. So that will give you a value sine alpha plus beta, my dear students, and then minus sine alpha minus beta. Is that clear to everyone, guys? Sine alpha plus beta, you already have 3 root 11 by 10. Sine alpha minus beta, you already have 3 by 8. So this is how, guys, you will be able to generate an expression in the 2 sine alpha cos beta and 2 sine beta cos alpha. But also, cos also will help you to generate these similar expressions because you have the value of cos alpha plus beta, you also have the value of cos alpha minus beta. So 2 cos alpha cos beta will be cos alpha plus beta, which is actually minus 1 by 10, and then cos alpha minus beta, which is giving you a value which is actually root 55 by 8. Are you all able to understand this? Once you all are able to understand, my dear students, then I can also find the value of 2 sine alpha sine beta. So that will be cos a minus b, which is root 55 by 8, and minus cos a plus b, minus cos a plus b. Cos a plus b will be minus 1 by 10. So minus into minus, that will become beta plus over here. I hope up till here, guys, you have created the 4 equations. See, I am just highlighting these 4 equations, okay? Now, once you all are able to understand these 4 equations, with the help of these equations, guys, you have to get the value of 10 alpha. Because once you get the value of 10 alpha, then it becomes very easy for you to get the value of 10 to alpha. Because 10 to alpha will be 2 10 alpha over 1 minus 10 square alpha. So we have to, with the help of these 4 equations, we have to find the value of 10 alpha. Now you gave me the suggestions that how will you do that. But I can give you the suggestions based on that. And let's say, my dear students, if you divide these two, so you will be able to find the value of 10 alpha and 10 beta. Let's say this is the first equation, this is the second equation. And if you divide the second equation by first equation, so you will be able to write the value of 10 alpha into 10 beta as some expressions. Are you able to understand from here 10 alpha into 10 beta as some expressions? And bache, if you divide these two, so you will be able to write 2 and 2 will get cancelled, 10 alpha over 10 beta. If you divide these two expressions, let's say this is the third equation, this is the fourth equation. So when you divide third and fourth, you will be able to get 10 alpha upon 10 beta. Now, bache, here 10 alpha upon 10 beta, you have the fifth equation. Here 10 alpha into 10 beta, you have the sixth equation. Bache, if you multiply fifth equation with sixth equation, so you will be able to get 10 square value. Are you able to understand how will you get 10 square? Because 10 beta and 10 beta will get cancelled. Once you have 10 square, so you have to substitute here to get 10 to alpha, and then you have to do the comparison. Now this question is lengthy question. It will around take, my dear students, it will, all right, are you all listening to me? So it will around take 5 or 6 minutes of your time to actually solve this question, and thus it will be considered as a lengthy question. However, it is doable. It doesn't mean that the questions cannot be done. It is doable question, but it will take your time. So at the last, you will observe that the gamma value is getting 1 and the S value is getting 2. So ultimately, they have asked you to add these numbers and you will be able to get the answer 3 then. All right. So once you all are able to understand, then let's go ahead for the next question. Next question, beta, this is the ellipse equation. X square by 2, here we have y square by 8, and then we have equal to 1. Now, if you try to plot this ellipse, but this is the point 2, 0. Here also we have minus 2, 0. Let's say here, here it is root 2, here it is minus root 2, here it is 2 root 2, and here it is minus 2 root 2. So once you try to plot the elliptical path, it will be plotted in this way. This represents the region inside this ellipse. I hope you are able to understand. And then we have y square equals to 4ax. So this will be a parabola type structure. Inside the parabola as well as inside the ellipse, the region which is being represented here, over here, so will be this. Now get the point of intersection. Now get the point of intersection. How will you get the point of intersection? So, bache, you have to solve these two equations. 4x square we have, then y square is already 4x, and then it is equals to 8. So, x square beta plus x will be equals to 2. X square plus x minus 2 is equals to 0. So, you will be able to get the factor x plus 2, x minus 1, which is equals to 0. Now, my dear students, x value minus 2, this will be rejected. X value 1, this will be accepted. So, here, bache, you have x value 1. Now, you drop this perpendicular, you will be having 1. Now, beta, what you need to do for finding the area which is required in this question, you write 2 times. 0 to 1, you integrate the region which is below the parabola, and below the parabola, you have 2 root x. Are you able to understand? And then 1 to root 2, you integrate the region which is below the ellipse. And below the ellipse, my dear students, you have 8 minus 4x square with the square root. So that will become 4 can be taken outside. So it will be 2 minus x square. So that will be written as 2 times square root of 2 minus x square. Now these two integrations are quite easy. Whatever the answer you got from here, you have to multiply by 2. And thus you'll be able to get the final answer. Is that clear to everyone how we have to solve this question? All right. Once you all are able to understand, my dear students, now let's go ahead for the next one. Here is another question, guys. Here is another question. Let's say P be a coordinate, be a point on this hyperbola. X square over a square minus y square over b square is equals to 1. And whose focus is S and S dash. So, bache, let's say if P is one of the point which is satisfying this hyperbola. So, 10 square over a square minus y is 2 root 15. So, 4 into 15. Beta, so that will become 60. So here I will write 60 over b square, and that is equals to 1. Now 100 over a square minus 60 over b square equal to 1 is the first equation or the relationship that I got. Length of the latest rectum that they have given to us is 8 over here. So length of the latest rectum, as you all know, 2b square by a, that is given to you 8. 2 and 2 will get cancelled. B square value you will have 4a. Now wherever b square is written, you can replace that with 4a. So 100 over a square minus 60 over b square is equals to 1. Guys, are you all listening to me? Are you all listening to me? Do not involve yourself in the chat section, guys. Just listen to the solutions that we are taking because these are very important. Now here it will become 15. A square you can take LCM. Here it will be 100. Minus 15a, guys, and that is equals to 1. So 100 minus 15a and is equals to a square. If you bring all of them to one side, a square plus 15a, and my dear students, minus 100 will be 0. That can be broken down as a plus 20 and a minus 5. So this is how, my dear students, you will be getting the value of A as 5. Is that clear? Once we get the A value 5, B square value will be 20. So that is the reason equation of hyperbola will be x square by A square y square by b square is equals to 1. Is that clear to everyone in the class? Now once it is been obtained, the entire equation of hyperbola, now I think this question becomes quite easy because you can easily find the focal coordinate. So a square minus b square, if you do here guys, you will be able, a square plus b square if you do, so you will be able to get the focal coordinate. However, you can find the eccentricity also using this hyperbolic equation, and then you can find the coordinate of A. So either you write AE comma 0 or you write C comma 0. C value you can easily obtain by writing 20 plus 25. So that will become square root of 45 here. So this way, this will be square root of 45 comma 0. This will be minus square root of 45 comma 0. Minus square root of 45 comma 0. P point beta they have already given in the first quadrant, that is 10 comma 2 root 5, and bache half into base into height. So base is the distance 2c and height is the distance 2 root 5. In this way you will be able to get the area. Once you get the area, just a minute, what is happening? Once you get the area of this triangle, which triangle? See here. Once you get the area of this triangle, they want you to write the square of the area. Ultimately, you have to write the square of the area. So 2c distance will be 2 root 45 and the height will be again 2 root 5. So half into base into height will help you to get the area and then square it. So this way, my dear students, you will be able to get the answer to these questions. Are you able to understand? Now you tell me, sir, math section is over. You want to call other teacher. So you want to tell me, my dear students, that how did you find the math problems? The question that I took in front of you guys, they are quite solvable. But yeah, the paper would be lengthy. We have to manage the time from the other subjects also. We have to borrow the time for the other subjects, and then only we will be able to attempt the math problems, all of the math problems completely. It is very difficult to get 300 out of 300 score in this particular type of the examinations because the students will be finding less time to attempt the question. However, the questions are doable. All right. Okay. Now I would like to invite Aniruddha sir. He will be taking with you the physics question and thus. So one of the student is asking the answer. Guys, the student have already posted 2700 as the answer. You can just put the value of C as root 45 and then you have to square. Half and half will get cancelled. Root 45 into 2 root 5 square will be the answer to this question. Is that clear? All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, let's resume with our physics questions. So let's get into the physics questions now. So the first one is a statement type question here that says, which of the following are right about the single slit diffraction first? Now for a single slit diffraction, I know A sin theta is equal to n lambda. Sorry, A sin theta is equal to lambda, right? And it's basically this theta that determines the angular width, and based on that the effective width of the central maxima. So I can write theta is basically proportional to lambda by the slit width. First one says width of the central maxima increases with increasing the wavelength. Yes, I see that it's directly proportional to lambda. So this is a correct statement. Next one says width of central maxima increases with decrease in wavelength. No, if this is correct, this has to be wrong. C says width of the central maxima increases with decrease in slit width. Obviously, if you decrease the slit width, the theta value is going to increase. So C is also correct. D says width of the central maxima increases with increase in slit width. No, if C is correct, D has to be incorrect. Brightness of central maxima increases for decrease in the wavelength at a constant slit width. So over here, the wavelength does not impact directly. Now, many of you might think that the intensity depends, I is equal to I naught sine square beta by beta square. However, over there, the beta over there is pi by A sine of theta, right? Because we are talking about the central maxima, theta is 0, so that sine beta by limits becomes equal to 1 because beta tends to 0 in that case. So all you care about is that the intensity does not change for the central maxima. The intensity for the central maxima just depends on the slit width. It does not depend on the wavelength. Maybe for the other fringes that you get, there the intensity varies, but for the central one, it is fixed, does not depend on the wavelength. So this is incorrect. Correct answer is A and C. Yes, it is A and C. Okay. We'll move to the next one. Correct. Prime bulls. Chalo, we'll move to the next one. There was one with none of the options correct. Could have been. This is just memory based. Okay. There is no option A and C. Was it? Then was the order different? Was the order different? The order could have been different. But here only these two can operate on the basis of that. Okay. Chalo, we'll move to our next question. This says that there are 3 resistances. I think the diagram is missing here. So I'll just quickly draw out the diagram. Okay. I'll just quickly draw out the diagram. I have the diagram ready for me over here. So I'll just quickly draw it out so that we don't miss out on this question. This was I'd say an easy question. This was a fairly easy question. Over here we basically had a switch over here. With the switch I had connected a battery. There was a battery connected and there was an ammeter over here. Tell me if this question came and if the diagram is correct. Maybe the order might be slightly off, but it was essentially you had an inductance, then a resistance, and over here there was another resistance. This just had a resistance, and the last one had a resistance, then an inductance set up over here. So it was given that this was a 9-volt battery. There was a switch over here. This was a 4 millihenry. This was a 9 ohms. This was a 9 ohms. This was 9 ohms. This was 4 millihenry. Tell me in the chat, students, was this the question? This was the question? You're already getting a few answers. Was this the question, students? All right, thank you. So over here, they are saying that in this setup, the reading of the ammeter when the switch case turned on. Switch case turned on means you're just starting the current. That's the initial state. In the initial state, you know an inductor behaves like an open circuit. Inductor will theoretically not allow any current to flow through this, right? If the inductor does not allow any current to flow through this line and this line have no role. No current enters into these 2 lines, which means the entire current flow in this setup, just happens through this line. That's it. So it's just passing through the 9 ohms. It doesn't pass through this or this, meaning the effective resistance of the circuit is just 9 ohms. So if you have 9 ohms over there, voltage is 9 volt, you know the current is going to be 1 ampere. It is option D. Got it? 200 बन रहे हैं, 200 में 99 हो जाएगा. 200 में 99 हो जाएगा. All right? Yes, correct, Vinisha. It is option 4. Chalo, let's move to our next question. This is a logic gate question. Over here we have one AND gate, one OR gate, and NOT gate. So at the end of the day, this is a NAND gate only. Let's say if I send A and B into this, I know over here A dot B passes through from the AND gate. From the OR gate, a C plus D passes through. When they enter the NOT gate, that gets a NOT operation on top of it. This goes in, both of them enter into a AND gate, which means over here, the output is basically whole bar dot C plus D. And finally, that gets another NOT operation on top of it. So you have A dot B bar dot C plus D. And you have the whole bar. So this thing with a NOT operation on top of it. So let's just quickly do its Boolean algebra and try to get to the simplified version of it. So over here in the simplified version, apply De Morgan, spread it out. So you have an A dot B bar and bar plus, because this AND operation separates as an OR operation with individual NOT. So C plus D whole bar. Not of a NOT means they just go away. So you have an A dot B. This you can apply a De Morgan's a second time. C or D whole bar would be C bar dot D bar. So A dot B and C bar dot D bar. Table was given, was it? Table was given. Chalo, could be. If table was given, if you get the Boolean, and they might have said in which case is the output 0 or the output 1, so on and so forth, right? Once you get the Boolean, even if a truth table was given, you would go with this only. You try to get to the final Boolean, and then you would test out on top of that. Okay, so far students, we have not got it. Obviously, remembering the table as options is a lot more difficult. These are all memory based. So I hope the concept is clear. You can pick up on top of that after that. Okay, these are all memory based students. If I show you whatever students roughly do and we try to recreate what the question is possibly. So you might, getting the options is a bit more difficult. Chalo, we'll move to the next one. It says a laser beam has an intensity of 4 times 10 to the power 14 watt per meter square. The amplitude of the magnetic field associated with the beam is what? So intensity is equal to, intensity is 1/2 B naught square by mu naught times C. This is a mu naught over here. I'm looking for that B naught square because I can write this with epsilon naught also, but I'll have to use the electric field. They are asking for magnetic field. I'll stick with this. So B naught is equal to root over of 2 mu naught I divided by C. That's it. I'm not doing the full detailed calculation here. You can do 2 times. Mu naught is 4 pi times 10 to the power minus 7 times the intensity is 4 times 10 to the power 14 whole divided by, you have 3 times 10 to the power 8. Once you plug it in and calculate, I'm not doing the calculations here, you will arrive at option. It's just calculation. Yes, it was a weird calculation, I'll admit. But that's why, see, because it's slightly weird, you actually have options that are far apart. You might think, but 1.83 and 2 are close together. Yes, but 2 square is, that's 4. If it is less than 4, only possibility is 1.83 over here. You could just go with that. Yes. Correct, students? All right, let's move to the next one. This one, tell me, this is like, did this question come, students? Those who gave the paper this time, did this question come? Smallest wavelength of Lyman series is lambda naught. This, in fact, is a question that was there. If this question has come, this was a question that was exactly there in the GTMs that was conducted by Infinity Learn. And I told you, even you can go if you have taken the Infinity Learn course and you have seen the GTMs. Many, like yesterday also we had 2, 3. Today also we are getting 2, 3. Right? Values of the constants generally. Was this given 91 nanometer? You're saying this was given, lambda naught was given 91 nanometer, was it? (91 nanometer) was it? Okay, chalo, let's see. Now, smallest wavelength means the highest energy. Highest energy transition only happens. Lyman means n equal to 1. Highest wavelength, smallest wavelength, highest frequency means it's coming from infinity. At that point, I can use the Rydberg's formula to get, in our first case, 1 by, I'll put lambda naught equal to this in the last step, okay? Let's just work with this for now. 1 by lambda naught is equal to that Rydberg's constant into 1 by 1 square minus 1 by infinity square, which means R is just 1 over lambda naught. Got it? Next thing, and just confirm one more thing, students. Did they ask for the largest wavelength or the smallest wavelength of passion and bracket? Was this asked as largest wavelength or was it asked as smallest wavelength? Because in our GTM questions it was asked largest wavelength. Was that what was asked? 1.35x? What would be 1.35x? What is x? Let's check. Acha, so for passion, if I go for it, For passion series, if I go for it, 1 by lambda p. 1 by lambda p is equal to Rydberg's constant into, since we are dealing with the largest wavelength, that means it is the shortest transition. Passion means n equal to 3, and the shortest transition is when it comes from n equal to 4 to n equal to 3. So that's a 1 by 3 square minus a 1 by 4 square. Okay, that's an r into 1 by 9 minus a 1 by 16. That would go with a, I'll keep it as it is. This would go with a r into 7 divided by 9 times of 16. I'll keep it as it is. So lambda p is equal to 9 times 16 divided by 7r. We'll keep it for now. That's the passion. That's the passion line. The Balmer line that we have, over there I will have 1 by the wavelength in the Balmer line, and again, it's the largest wavelength. It was given largest wavelength, alright. So over there it would be Rydberg's constant into 1 by 2 square minus 1 by 3 square, because Balmer, the largest wavelength, least energy, is just coming from the next level. So that's r times of 1 by 4 minus 1 by 9. That's equal to r divided by, this would go with a 36, this would go with a 5 by 36. So lambda b is equal to 36 divided by 5r. Now they are asking for what is the difference between the largest wavelength of passion and Balmer, which means they are asking for lambda p minus lambda b. In fact, lambda p minus lambda b. Let's do that. P minus lambda b, that's equal to, I can take the 1 by r common. I think I can take the 1 by r common. Then I will be having 16 times 9 by 7 minus 36 by 5. Weird calculation, but r we can put here as 1 by r I can replace as lambda naught is equal to lambda naught into, this goes with okay, I think few things I can take out. I can take a 9 into 4, I can take a 36 out, because this goes at 144. So I can pull a 36 out. If I pull a 36 out, I'll have a 4 left here, right? I'll have a 4 left here, is it correct? Yes, I'll have a 4 left here. So 4 times 5, that would be 20 minus 7 divided by 35. So lambda p minus lambda b is equal to 36 lambda naught into, this would be 13 divided by 35. Did I get it correct, students? Did I get it correct? Is it coming 1217? It's a weird calculation. Let's put the, based on your values, I'm plugging it in. Lambda naught is 91. 91 is 13 times of 7. Okay, let's see then. 36 times 91 times 13 by 35, sorry. If I cancel it with a 7, this will go with a 13. This will go with a 5. So I have 36 times 169 divided by 5. Did you get this? Did we really have this value? Did we really have this value? Like, that's becoming a really weird calculation. That's why I'm asking. Everyone got this? What was the final answer, students? Otherwise, I'll have to do the full 36 times 169. Where is space? Plug it here. This is a 54. That goes there. That's a 36 plus 5, 41. 4 goes here. That's a 10. 1014. This goes with 27. 2. 3 times 20 is 2. 0. 2 comes out here. 3 times 1 plus 2, 5. 507. Divided by this, that goes with a 4. This goes with an 8. 0 and 6. Okay, so it's 6084 divided by 5. I just multiply both sides with 2, that's easier to work with. If I multiply with 2, that goes to 12, around 1200, sorry, 12,000. 12,000 plus 84 times 2 would be how much? That would be 168. 168. Sorry, why did I put a 0 there? 12168. 68 divided by, there's a 5 into 2, 10, that's a 12.16. 1216, is it 1217? There was an option B regarding this. So answer is coming around 1217. Was that one of the options? I don't even know if it was a numerical answer type. I don't even know if this was a numerical answer type or if that was it. Tell me, students, confirm, is this correct? The question, this is not the solution. I'm telling the question, is it correct? Chalo. Thank you, thank you. All right, I think we are back at maths. We'll be having more physics questions coming up. Lot more questions coming up bit by bit, both integer answer type, MCQ type. So in the meantime, students, please make sure, even if you have given your exam, you have all of the coming shifts one after the other. So please don't miss out on any of them. All of them are very, very important for you because you still have an April attempt left. And even no matter what your exam level was this time, remember there's still a second chance. There's still 2 months to go. You can prepare for it. And here we will be helping you. So stay subscribed, turn on the notifications. And I think now Bharat sir is here to take up with the math section, sir.
Yes, sir.
So please.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, dear students, let us move to math part again. I have got very good number of questions related to math. Shall we continue, guys? Ready, everyone? Math questions, wonderful questions. So we'll discuss, I'll give the brief idea of the questions. The questions are very easy. All of you stay tuned here. Ready, everyone? So here it is given like X is a matrix, okay? Adjoint A is given, matrix B is given. He wants sum of X plus Y plus Z. So please do remember, the given equation is AX is equal to B, right? When it is AX is equal to B, you can write X is equal to A inverse into B, which is adjoint A by det A into B. So now this adjoint A is given. You just take det of adjoint A is det A to the power of n minus 1 because it is a matrix of order 3. So det A, you can find this from this, det A square will be equal to 100. You can say det A is equal to 10. The next part here, and you just find adjoint A into B, you just find the adjoint A, B are available. It is 1 by 10 into, you can write like, 20 minus 10, 10 you will get. So you will get here, it is going to be, after division you will get 2 minus 1, 1 will be this x, y, z. So 2 minus 1 plus 1 you will get 2. 2 is the right answer. 2 is the right answer. 2 is the right answer for this. You just compute this value. Yeah, right. Okay, right. Next you can say this question, a very, very simple functional relation. You see, f of x plus y is equal to f of x into f of y stands for f of x is equal to a power x. Even g of x also a power x. But f of 1 is 7 in the sense you can take f of x is nothing but 7 power x and g of x is nothing but 1 power x, which is constant function. Okay, so now if you substitute these values here, sigma x is equal to 1 to n, this is 7 power x by 1, which is 7 plus 7 square plus 7 cube plus and so on 7 power n, which is a GP. The sum is given as 19607 and hence you can write this is a into r to the power of n minus 1 by r minus 1. This is given as 19607. So 7 you can cancel, 7 2s are 14, 2801. Then you can observe that n is equal to 5 will be okay for this. n value is 5. A simple question based on, you see guys, point number 1, observe the functional relation and write the function. The second thing is nothing but a GP formula. Again, in the morning, in the previous 3 shifts, we got a question on GP. Again, sum of in terms of the GP here, right, dear students? The next, you see this question. So A, B, C are in AP, fine, and given A square plus 2B square plus C square, they are in GP. That means 4B square is equal to A square C square. You can say 2B, you can say 4B power 4 is equal to A square C square. 2B square is equal to AC. Here ABC are in AP, but A plus C is 1. So you can write A plus C is equal to 2B, right? So 3B is equal to 1 and hence B is 1 by 3. B is already known. So this is 2 by 9 is equal to AC. This is one relation, and when B is 1 by 3, you can write A plus C is 2 by 3. And finally, I want A square plus B square plus C square. From this, you try to find A square plus C square as A plus C whole square minus 2AC. So A plus C whole square is 4 by 9 minus 2AC. Here you have to take, if you take 2AC, this is 4 by 9, 0, which implies A is 0, C is 0, not possible. That means from this, guys, here you can take AC must be plus or minus 2 by 9, because I have taken the square root here. 2 base square is equal to plus or minus AC, in fact here. So you have to go with AC value minus 2 by 9, otherwise which is not possible. So AC is minus 2 by 9, which is plus, you will get plus 4 by 9, which is 8 by 9. So when A square plus C square is 8 by 9, B square is 1 by 9, into 9 he is asking about. So 9 into 1, and hence 9 is the answer here. 9 is the answer here. Got it, dear students? Clear, everyone? So here, most important point here is, when you take the square root, there will be 2 possibilities. One possibility will be invalid, so only second one will be okay. Then third question, f of x is given. You know this, you can write step x square minus step of x plus n, where n is integer. You can write step x plus 3, so minus 3 minus 3, which is step x square minus step x minus 6. So now he is asking about their integral, 0, positive, negative. You can write it as step x minus 3 into step x plus 2 is the one, right? So now, guys, you can say this is positive. You can see this becomes 0, means when step x is 3, you will get infinitely many solutions, right? So he said finitely many, so this is wrong. Integral 0 to 2 f of x dx, if you just write integral 0 to 1, this step x becomes here 0. You see, integral 0 to 1 itself minus 6x dx plus or minus something. So you can say this will not work out. What are you asking about? Which one? How? Shivam Pandey? Which one? 9 is there. You didn't see 9 here. This is 1. This is 1 into 9. 9 is the answer here. Yes? You see, this is the explanation. They are in GP. So 2b square is plus or minus AC. If you take AC is 2 by 9, you will get a square plus c square is 0. So a square plus g square 0 implies A0, C0, they will not be in AP. So AC value must be minus 2 by 9. You substitute this, automatically you will get here it as 8 by 9. Clear? Shivam Pandey, understand? So when you get a square plus c square is 8 by 9, b is 1 by 9, 9 into is there. So some student missed 9. So this is 1 into 9, 9 is the answer, right? The next, yeah, it is not 1 by 9. Are yaar, this is 9 by 9 into 9. Okay, this is 1 into 9. 9 is the answer. Okay, right. Next, guys, this question. So this is having finitely many solutions is invalid. If you take this integral 0 to 1 itself, you are getting minus 6 plus something, so this is invalid. F of x greater than 0 only for, he said, it is greater than 0 in the sense, you see, so this is like quadratic expression roots minus 2 comma 3, when step x is more than 3, that means closed 4 to infinity fine. There is one more case, step x less than minus 2. So this is positive only for this is wrong. So this must be the answer because this is negative when step x lies between minus 2 to 3. Means step x value can be minus 1, 0, 1, 2. That means closed minus 1 to open 3 is the right answer. So option D is the right answer, right? Option D is the right answer. Perfect. The next, you see this particular question, properties of binomial coefficients, it clearly indicates it is integration, then x is kept to minus 2. You just consider 1 plus x whole power n expansion is c naught plus c1x plus c2x square plus and so on cn x power n. You just integrate with respect to x, 1 plus x power n plus 1 by n plus 1 is equal to c naught x plus c1 x square by 2 plus c2 x cube by 3 and so on cn x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. And there will be constant of integration. So if you put x is 0, this is 0. So you have to write minus 1 here for constant of integration. After that, dear students, so to get the pattern, here c2 2 square is there. So divide with x so that 1 plus x power n plus 1 minus 1 by n plus 1 into x gives c naught plus c1 by 2 into x plus c2 by 3 into x square and so on cn by n plus 1 into x power n. In this stage, replace x by minus 2, you are going to get exactly RHS. If you put x is minus 2, 1 minus 2 is minus 1, minus 1 power n plus 1 minus 1 by n plus 2 into this is minus 2. Now he has taken p 2n, it is even, if you take p is 2n, this is minus 1 1 minus 2 got cancelled, you got here 2n plus 1 you will get. If you take this one, sigma n is equal to 1 to 25, you just put n is equal to 2n, so this becomes minus 2 got cancelled, it's a reciprocal, you will get 2n plus 1. This is not just sum of first odd natural numbers, and you are going to get from 3, 5 and so on 26, sum of 26 odd natural numbers minus 1 square, because 1 is missing, the odd natural number starts from 3. So this is 676 minus 1, 675 is the right answer. Okay, yeah. Next, this question, 3D geometry question, this is easy question. He said this is the line, so this point ABC on it, so you can take the point as 2t minus 1, 3t minus 1, 6t minus 3 is the point. So he took this point as ABC. Okay. Next, after this, he has to take the distance of this point to this line. So let it be lambda. This is 2 lambda minus 1, 3 lambda minus 1. This is 9. This is the point. He has given distance between these two is 7. And one more point, you can observe that the drs of this line are 2, 3, 6. Whereas this point has 2t minus 1, 3t minus 1, 6t minus 3. You just find the drs, friends, you just subtract, you will get 2 lambda minus 2t, this is 3 lambda minus 3t, and this is 6 lambda, you can write 9 plus 3, 12 minus 6 lambda, 6t, right? You just got, so you can say 2 lambda minus 2t comma 3 lambda is equal to 3 lambda minus 3t. Actually this drs, actually this by, so 2, this by 3, this by 6 must be equal. So you can write lambda minus t is equal to lambda minus t is equal to 2 minus you can say 2 minus t. From this you will get lambda is equal to 2. If lambda is equal to 2, you can say this is going to be 4 minus 1 3, this is 6 minus 1 5, this is 9. This is the point. Now you just apply this distance is equal to 7, you will get t value to be, you can say you will get 3 values 1 comma 3. Now you just, this is A, this is B, this is C, A plus B plus C means this is 11t, this is 6t plus 3t, 9 to 11t minus 5, you have to put t values that you are going to get here 3. So you will get 3 comma 1 in this, you are going to get here 34 is going to be the answer, right? That's all. This is a simple question and bit time taking, and you can verify this statement easily. A, B are given and the orthocenter is 0 0, then the third vertex, and you also know that in this case for triangle ABO orthocenter must be C, correct? So you just verify. So AC, so C is this, AC is not perpendicular to BO, so first statement is false. Whereas second, you see these are 3 consecutive numbers of AP, in the sense you can write 2B is equal to 2A plus C. So 2A minus 2B plus C is equal to 0. All these lines are concurrent at the point 2 comma minus 2. This statement is true. So statement 1 is false and statement 2 is correct. So you can say only S2 is correct. Option D is the right answer for this. Next, dear students, you see this system of equations, you can just consider here. So this system of equation 1 minus 1 1 6, second equation 1 n minus 2 n plus 1 8, third equation you can write here x is not there, y is n minus 1 and z is 1 1. So you can apply rank method or Gauss-Jordan method. With the help of this you make this is 0, 1 minus n 1 6 0. This if you subtract 2n minus 2, this is n, this is going to be 2, this is 0, n minus 1 1 1. The next step you multiply this with 2, this is 2n minus 2 2 2, you subtract here, you are going to get 1 minus n 1 6, 0 2n minus 2 n 2, this is 0, yeah, this becomes n minus 1, no, 2n minus 2 minus 2, this becomes 0, this is 2 minus n and 0. So from this you can say if n is equal to 2, this row is 0, it can't have unique solution. So n cannot be 2. If n is equal to 1 also, you see this row becomes 0, it can't have unique solution, and hence n cannot be 1 comma 2 guys. If so, n possibility can be 3 4 5 6. Now with these cases he said the n be the number obtained upon a rolling a fair die, the probability that this system has a unique solution means probability is 4 by 6, because 3 4 5 6 are possible. So k must be 4 here, and then sum of k and possible values of n, this sum you have to find. So 18 plus 4 22 is the right answer. 22 is the right answer, correct? Next, so this is a vector equation. You can say here a bar is given, b bar is given, and he said c bar is a cross b and magnitude of c is also given. So why don't you take c bar I j k. So this is 2 minus 1 1, this is 0 lambda 2. This is the matrix, so which is I cap into, this is minus 2 minus lambda minus j cap into 4 minus 1 plus k cap into, this is 2 lambda. So whose magnitude in the sense 2 plus lambda whole square plus 16 plus 4 lambda square under root, this is 53. From this you will get lambda value, friends. Once you know lambda value, so you got the vector C completely. Then next, d bar is nothing but a vector of magnitude 2 in yz plane. d bar y count I take like yj cap plus zk cap, where its magnitude y square plus z square under root is 2, which is 4. Right. Now I just want the maximum possible value of c dot d whole square. C dot d means magnitude of c into magnitude of d, its maximum value. This is less than or equal to this, its square. Magnitude of c square is already 53, magnitude of d square is 4. 53 into 4 is going to be 208, 208, not 104. 208 is the right answer. Okay. So guys, I mean to say this mathematics part what we have done here, you see almost we've done more than 17-18 questions in math. The conclusion of this is when we solve here it seems to be simple. Undoubtedly the questions are bit comfortable, but they are time taking guys. So what you need to do here is, I mean to say, first focus on the questions which you are comfortably able to do, and rest of the part which you are, when you find a question to be time taking, you just see that it, I mean you have to skip it and move to the next question. The most important point, the one who skips, yeah, so the one who skips the difficult question for the next and take up the easy and moderate questions is the winner, do remember. So the success is completely on the one who manages the time in the exam center. Got my point, friends? So in the exam part, the most important thing is you have to manage the time. Who manages the time, the one is going to be the winner. Okay. Okay, Narsi Reddy, 212 is the score, that's super score, very nice, good, good. So guys, especially the students who are going to write for tomorrow's test, be cool, nothing to worry. The papers are like 2025 January papers, sometimes slightly at higher difficulty level. Okay, so you can just try the question papers comfortably, and math wise the common things out of the 4 papers are quadratic equations, we are getting comfortable question. The next we can say certain questions, geometric progression, most of the times he is giving a question on geometry. In all the 4 papers there is a question on geometric progression. Okay. Similarly, and simple statistics questions are given, relations, counting based questions he is giving, just put little time you will get the answer. And guys, first you try to score minimum of 40 marks in math, it is respective score, then slowly you try for 50, 60 and all. Got my point, dear students? Yeah. So I welcome our Safra sir to continue with the chemistry questions. Sir is eagerly waiting for you guys. Hello, sir.
Thank you, Bharat sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
you have completed your mathematics.
Yes, sir.
So dear students, have brought some good number of questions
Yes, sir.
of chemistry.
See
Thank you, sir.
right?
Please
Yeah.
have a nice day.
Yes.
So dear students, I'll be taking the chemistry part to all of you all. Right, where it is chemistry. Yeah, right. So chemistry part, all of the following. So I think we have 7-8 questions are there, dear students, for chemistry. So this chemistry paper was moderate, I can say, of this shift. Only till now I have found 2 questions a bit tough, we can say, not advanced level, slightly tough. Okay, so don't take tension. So let's proceed. So the question is, which of the following is mixed oxides? So what is mixed oxides? It has 2 oxides. 2 oxides or more than 2 oxides, right? So this is ferric oxide, it is 1 oxide. This is lead oxide. Pb3O4 means it can break into Pb, PbO, 2 PbO plus PbO2. How many? Yeah. So this is the answer. This is a mixed oxides. Okay, dear students. Now moving to next. Consider the following reactions. So dear students, in this option you can see he gave pH, CH2, NH2. This is benzyl amine. It is reacting with benzoyl chloride. So if you react with benzoyl chloride, you know, water is lost. Sorry, HCl is lost here, and here you will get pH, CH2, C double bond O, and this is pH. Oh, sorry, I ate off nitrogen there. By mistake I ate off the nitrogen. Okay, dear students. NH, C double bond O, pH. Now this if you treat with lithium aluminum hydride reduction, so you will get pH, CH2, NH, this is again CH2 and this is pH. So I think this is matching with option 2. Okay, dear students, right? Now moving ahead, correct order of ionization energy. So first of all, everybody should know order for ionization energy is fluorine greater than chlorine because of small size. This is point number 1. Now coming to chloride and fluoride. So if you compare fluoride, which is a bit small size, and chloride, which is a bit larger size. So we know that removing the electron from there is a bit easy, okay, because already due to small area it has electron cloud repulsions. So approximately for this the ionization energy will be approximately 300 approx, and for this it will be approximately like 350 kilojoules units. So hence the answer is, if you consider, so therefore here chloride ion will be greater than fluoride ion because of electron cloud repulsions. Fluorine will give the electrons very quickly. Very easy, very cheap, very local, very easy question. Which of the following is basic buffer? So dear students, basic buffer means a buffer solution which is made from weak base plus its conjugate salt. That is the weak base. Now here you can see this is strong base out, strong base out. In buffers we never have strong bases. Here you can see it is strong acid, it is out. So obviously you can see leftover is 4, and moreover you can see this is weak base plus this is its conjugate. Okay, dear students. Okay, good. Next, reaction with glucose. So everybody, I do not want to draw the structure, but if anybody asks, so glucose, if I draw the structure of glucose, this is the structure of glucose. Okay, dear students. Now glucose, if it react with hydroxyl amine, so obviously when it react with hydroxyl amine, then it will lose water and forms oxime. So answer is 4. If you treat with bromine water, the aldehyde group with bromine water changes into carboxylic acids. So you will get gluconic acid, option is 1. Excess of acetic acid. So you can see everyone, you have 5 OH groups. So if you treat with excess of acetic anhydride, Ac2O, here also 5 is taken, and you will get 5 moles of O and acetates you are going to get. And here since 5 acetate is there, we can call pentaacetate. So dear students, for this answer for C will be 2. Concentrated nitric acid. Concentrated nitric acid means, right, top aldehyde also will become acid and bottom also will become what? Acid, which is called as, where it is, saccharic acid, okay, and some people also call it as glucaric acid. Right, dear students? Next. Now, dear students, another, see, organic chemistry, this time organic chemistry questions came very standard. So organic questions came very tough. Okay, right? Now this problem, see, this problem if you see, this is Br, this is Br. So everybody can see at its alpha position you are having 2 hydrogens. Now this compound, if you treat with 2 moles of sodamide, we know sodamide is a strong base, hence it will remove 2 moles of HBr from it and you are going to get triple bond, this is CH. So we know now this is acidic hydrogen. Now again if you treat this with sodamide, the third mole, then this will take up this proton and you are going to get C minus Na plus. Now he is saying this is treated with isopropyl bromide. So this negative will attack here, bromine is gone. So what is the answer, dear students? Triple bond C, this is isopropyl bromide. IUPAC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 2-methyl hexyne. Hex 2-ine, 3-ine. 3-ine. 2-methyl hex 3-ine. Okay? Got it? Next. Right? This is the very, very, very easy and cheap and local question, I believe. This is looking very hard, Amma, very hard. Some structures are there, but this is very local and I cannot say how much local and cheap question it is. So here he is saying that an alkene on reductive ozonolysis gives methanol. What is methanol? Formaldehyde. Am I right? Formaldehyde is methanol. So here on this ozonolysis will not going to give methanol. But here you can see, since it is at terminal position, this compound on reaction gives methanol. So blindly here you can see we got methanol. So this is B. Here ring compound will come, and here if you do it, then this you are going to get what? CH double bond O, OCH. This is acetaldehyde. So answer is option B. Okay. Right? See, Shivam, prime. In exam, A came, B came, C came, D came, I don't know. But in exam, maybe options got shuffled. My options and final exams, maybe final examination and my options, maybe they have got shuffled. Maybe they got mixed up, A, B, C, D. Structures are same. So in final, where this has come, we don't know. Maybe it came in B, maybe it came in C, maybe it came in A, we don't know. But answer is this one. Okay, got it? Chalo. Very easy question on lattice energy. So here you can see he gave heat of formation, heat of sublimation, heat of dissociation, electron gain enthalpy and ionization energy. So this is heat of formation. So this is heat of sublimation. This is heat of bond dissociation energy. This is heat of electron affinity, and this is heat of ionization energy. And he is asking find lattice energy. Very, very easy question. So where shall I write this? Places. I'll write here the formula. So here you can see in middle I'll write heat of formation of NaCl is equal to heat of sublimation plus heat of ionization energy, all we will add, plus heat of electron affinity plus half into heat of bond dissociation energy. Why I am taking half? Anybody tell me why did I took half? Because this is for 2 chlorines. Can you see? This is for 2 chlorines. So I have to get it for only one chlorine, right? Plus lattice energy U. Simple. If you substitute the values, you are going to get approximately minus 786 you are going to get. Okay, dear students. So agar nahi pucha, I don't know, it is all based upon students' memory, dear students. Okay. Now this question, 5.8 gram aniline. So aniline is there, is converted into benzanilide. Benzanilide is what? pH, NH, C double bond O, pH. Dear students, okay, right? Benzanilide. Now what is saying? This you are taken 5.8 gram. Okay, okay. So this is 78, 1, 14. Right, right. So now he is telling 5.8 8 gram of aniline is converted to benzene. Okay, let us imagine 100% yield is coming. Okay, 100% yield will be how much? So 100% yield, I'll take help of calculator a little bit. Okay, 100% yield. So this is how much. Okay, I'll write the formula. Otherwise, you may think how sir got direct answer. Number of moles of this should be equal to number of moles of this. Correct? So weight of this, okay, by gram molecular weight of this. What is the gram molecular weight of aniline? I think it is 28. So 72 plus 7, 72 plus 7 plus 14. 93 will get, dear students. So 5.8 divided by 93. So this is again
0.062.
right. So dear students, benzanilide, again we have to do it. Okay, no problem. So, sir, please add this 92 plus 12 plus 16 plus 77. Please tell me, sir, how much it is? 92? 197. 197. So, dear students, then weight of this will be, sir, please help 5.8 multiply, cross multiply 5.8 into 197 divided by 93. 93.
1142.6.
1142.6.
42.6.
No, sir. 5.8 into 197 divided by 93.
Divided by 93, 12.28.
12.29. Dear students, if the yield is 100%, then we have to get 12.29. Correct, dear students? Now is asking if the yield is 82%, how much it is? 7th class mathematics then, right? 100% yield is 12.29, then 82% of the yield will be approximately 10 point maybe 01, it will be approximately you are going to get. Okay, dear students. So dear students, as you already know that we have the rank predictor where you can put your marks, whatever marks you got, please download this. The link is given in the description. You can download the link, download the app, put your details, and you are going to get all the required features, college, which college you will get admission, where it is available, all the categories, everything you will get. So please, I would like to invite Anirudh sir to conclude the session along with his physics. Sir, please continue your physics, sir. So thank you all of you all. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Okay, we have a few more physics questions. So let's cover those physics questions. Then we'll wrap up for today. And we got a bunch of them. So let's get started with our questions. Okay. So first one says there's a cylindrical container of length 2 meters, area of cross section 0.2 millimeter square, and it carries an electric current of 1.6 ampere when its ends are connected to a 2-volt battery. Mobility of the electrons in the conductor is alpha into 10 to the power minus 3. The value of alpha is going to be what? Now we are looking for the mobility. How do we go for the mobility? Mobility is just the drift velocity divided by the electric field that you have applied. Now drift velocity, we know that the current value is provided to us, the number density is provided, the area of cross section and everything we can find out. So I is equal to NEAVD, which means I can get the drift velocity is I divided by NEA. So we got the drift velocity. Second thing I need is the electric field. Now I have applied a voltage of 2 volt across it. And I know electric field is equal to V divided by N. So I can plug in all of these in here to the mobility formula. Mu is equal to I divided by NEA divided by the electric field, which makes it a V by L here. All the data is provided, your current is provided here. I'll just underline it all. Your current is provided, your length is provided, number density is given here, electronic charge provided that we know already, area is given as 0.2 millimeter square, and the potential difference is given as 2V. I am not going to do the calculation. I think I have written the calculation here just so that we can avoid it. Your mu value would come out equal to 1. It would come basically 1 into 10 to the power minus 3. So I'll do it here, 10 to the power minus 3. So your alpha value would be equal to 1. It's just calculation heavy. I'll say a lot of this physics paper, there have been a lot of rigorous calculation throughout this setup. Okay. Chalo, we'll go for the next one. We'll try to do fast because we have quite a few questions set up. This one says there are two masses, small m and 2m, and they're connected by a light string going over a pulley of mass 30 m. Radius r is equal to 0.1 meter. The pulley is mounted in a vertical plane and is free to rotate about its axis. Find the final speed when it descends by a distance of 3.6 meter is how much? So I think final speed, this is not there. When it descends by a distance of 3.6 meters is how much? So this is very similar to a question that we got yesterday in the second shift. This is like, I'll say 80% to 90% of the question is similar. Over here, you have the setup, you have the pulley, you have the masses, this side you have a small m, this side you have the 2m, and this, let's say, is going down with an acceleration here. This, by the way, the pulley itself will have its moment of inertia. It's a disk. I consider the pulley to be a disk. If the pulley is a disk, this is 30m r square divided by 2. It's basically mr square by 2. The mass is just given as 30m. Okay. So once I have the moment of inertia, now let's try to write the equations. Let's say the tension in this one is T1, tension here is T2. So the equation for this 2m would be 2mg minus T1, that is equal to 2ma. That's the first equation that I wrote as the translation equation for this. Second, you will have the T2 minus mg is equal to ma. And thirdly, and lastly, I also need the rotational equation here. Now remember, this T1 is pulling down here, this T2 is pulling down here. They each try to give a torque, and the net torque is T1 minus T2 into R minus T2 times R. The net force, basically T1R tries to rotate in this direction, T2R in the other direction. That is equal to I alpha. I alpha is basically, this is 15. So 15 mr square. And the alpha, the angular acceleration, I write as A over R. In fact, I should put it capital R. A over R. This cancels out, this cancels out. So if T1 minus T2 is equal to 15 ma. Add all of this up. You will be getting the T1 and T2 will cancel. You will have a 2 mg minus mg, that's an mg. That is equal to 15 plus here, that's an 18 ma. Take the m's out. My A then becomes G over 18. We got that setup. G over 18. Right? Now with that acceleration, we are still not done. It is said that it descends by 3.6 meters. If it descends by 3.6 meters, what is the speed that it develops? We know the acceleration. This is a translation acceleration. Initial speed is 0. So I can get to the speed v is equal to root over of 2as, v square equal to u square plus 2as. U is not there. So v is equal to root over of 2as. 2 times acceleration is g by 18 times the distance traveled is 3.6 meters. So this goes with a 0.2. G is 10. 10 into 0.2 is a 2. 2 into 2 over here, I will get the answer as 2 meters per second. That would be the answer for this. Okay. Same question. This is why I say you need to look at the paper discussions. Because we got repeated questions. In the morning shift also we saw that question with the prism that was repeated. This time also we saw this repetition here from the previous shift. Okay. Let's move to the next one. The wavelength of light when it passes through water is 540 nanometer. The refractive index of water is 4/3. Wavelength of the same light when it is passing through a transparent medium having a refractive index of 3/2 is what? Now, remember, this is not the natural wavelength in vacuum. This is the wavelength in water. So we know the wavelength in any different medium except vacuum, that's the original wavelength divided by the refractive index, correct? So that means the original wavelength is equal to refractive index times the wavelength in that medium, times the wavelength in that medium. That's going to stay the same whether you have 540 with 4 by 3 or 3 by 2 with its own, let's say, lambda dash. Then I will have 4 by 3 times 540. That would refer to the original wavelength, and that same original wavelength is there in the second one also. So over there I can just put, over there it is 3 by 2 times lambda dash. So we get lambda dash 4 into 2 divided by 3 into 3, that's a 9, times 540 goes with a 60. 8 times 60, the answer is 480. Option B. Not 500, not 500, it would be 480. I mean, if you had an option close to 500 and did not have 480, possibly you could approximate, but I think the options had a 480 nanometers here. Okay, let's move to the next question. We'll move on to the next question, students. By the way, to all of you, please remember we are going to have these paper discussions every single day, and like I said, questions are getting repeated over the different shifts. So please do not miss out on any of these sessions. It's going to be very, very valuable for you. And once this entire JEE Mains ends, we will be starting with revision for the April attempt on this YouTube channel and also preparation for advanced. So stay subscribed, turn on the notifications so that you don't miss out on anyone. This one says a part of a straight capillary tube is placed vertically in liquid. The liquid rises up a certain height h. If the inner radius of the capillary tube, density of the liquid and the surface tension decreases by 1% each, then the height of the tube changes by how much? We know the height is equal to 2t cos theta divided by r rho g. Now the changes over here happen in the surface tension, it happens in the radius, and it also happens in the density. Now this is where you have to be a little particular. Usually when you do with error analysis, you always add the errors. The reason you add the errors is because you are looking for the maximum permissible error. But over here things are a little different, because surface tension decrease would actually decrease h. So I'll put that as minus 1%. A decrease in the radius of 1% would actually increase h. So you would have a plus 1%. And same way, a decrease in density of 1% will actually increase 1% for h. So it's plus 1%. So the answer over here comes out to be plus 1, option D. Yes, Primeboss, so it was 480, that one. Okay, let's move to our next question. Students, please like the video if you haven't liked it yet. We have an entire team that's working very hard to ensure that we get the most accurate questions for you. They are reliable, they are accurate, and to bring them as quickly as possible, as many as possible. There's a huge team, it's just I am here, but there's a huge team, so let's have a few likes for them if you haven't liked the video yet. And let's move into this statement type questions. For a mechanical system of many particles, total kinetic energy is the sum of the kinetic energy of all the particles. Of course, that is a correct statement, basic theory. Next, total kinetic energy can be the sum of kinetic energy of center of mass with respect to the origin and the kinetic energy of all the particles with respect to the center of mass as the reference. This is also true. The prime example of this is rolling motion, where the total kinetic energy is 1/2 mv square, which refers to the kinetic energy of center of mass about the origin, plus 1/2 I omega square, which talks about the motion of the other particles with respect to the center of mass. So both the statements are true over here. Okay. Next statement says here, an object moves from a position r1 to r2 under a conservative force field of F vector. The work done is W is work done by the forces minus F dot dr. Yes, that's a basic statement based question. We know that the work done would be negative because think about gravity. Gravity is a conservative force field. If I take it from this level to this level, that's negative work done from R1 to R2. Alright. Next, any object moving from one location to another location can follow an infinite number of paths. Okay. Therefore, the amount of work done changes with the path. No, it does not change for a conservative force. If it were non-conservative, like friction, like viscosity, yes, it would have changed. It will not change for a conservative force. So statement 1 is true, but statement 2 is false. It is option A. Yes, yes, good, good. Preambles. Okay, we move to our next one. This one says a satellite is moving around the Earth in the orbit very close to the Earth's surface. The time period of the satellite depends on the density of the Earth. Second, so over here that's true, because if you think about the time period formula would be equal to 2 pi by root gm into r to the power 3 by 2, right? Now in this mass is hidden the density, because you have to write the mass of the planet. It doesn't depend on the mass of the satellite, but it does depend on the mass of the Earth, which in turn does depend on the density of the Earth. So over here it obviously depends on the density. Next, time period of revolution is 2 pi root over re by g. In this setup, that is true. Of this satellite it is, because over here I can write small g is equal to gm by re square. If you put it in there, you will see you'll arrive at this form, because you'll have the root gm down below, and the re square with another root r over there will give you an r to the power 3 by 2. So this is also correct. Both statements are true. It is option B. Not A, Shivam, it will be option B. Nothing for this one if you're talking about. Alright, so that finishes the questions. We have, I think, almost 20 questions we have been able to do. And all of this you can access through a PDF that you would get on the Infinity Learn JEE Telegram channel. The link for that would be in the description. Also, I would suggest you go to our website. If you cannot join the Telegram channel because of any reason, it would be available on our website. You can see the link is already provided in the chat to you. So you can go there, check it out, download it if you want to go over the questions once more. Obviously, the video will be there for you. Like this video so that it stays saved, and when you go through the questions and you want to go over how to solve it, you can obviously come back to the video. I'm again repeating that questions are repeating over the multiple shifts. So please, tomorrow also we will be having the same thing. We'll be having the first shift discussion starting from around 12 as soon as the first shift ends, and then the second shift will start from around 6. So stay subscribed, stay notified, turn on the notifications over here. Alright, and to all those of you who have the exam tomorrow, it's time. You can finally go to sleep. Don't push yourself. Whether even if you have the afternoon shift, don't push yourself. Try to sleep early. Try to get some good rest. Calm down. Paper is not being too difficult. Paper is coming pretty standard, easy to moderate level. So stay calm, stay cool. Give your best tomorrow. So we'll keep it till here then, students. Thank you all so much for tuning in for this session. I'll catch you all again in the next one.